What is up, fellow ramblers? Just want to let you know that this episode of Medium Ash Live is a little different from others. While working on the special 4-way crossover episode of Sonic Adventure with Billiam and Homeschool Nerd, by the way, make sure to check that out, we stumbled upon this footage from a convention about a year ago, which just so happened to have our friend Billiam fighting against yours truly. So we figured as a special treat, we'd keep the crossover going with this video. Hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to keep doing you, keep sharing laughs, and keep on rambling.
What should we all say?
Or Christine.
Yeah.
Should we go first? So you
Sonic,
can't pick the same Sonic game.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles, man.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's
All right. It's up to you. You decide what happened.
Sonic 2.
Sonic 2? 2 or 2 Adventure?
2. Just
Here it comes, guys. Brace yourselves.
Fasten your seatbelts.
well, actually, Sonic 2 and Knuckles.
What?
The Sonic 2 and Knuckles count as a game.
Sure. That counts.
Yeah.
But it's literally just you're playing as Knuckles and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. There's no difference.
okay.
besides that.
Alright.
Just Sonic 2. With everything.
You go.
Sonic 06. Ooh, Mario and Sonic at the Summer Olympics.
There you go.
Which one?
You know what? You know what? Okay. I actually do want to show my debating prowess in this, because like Chris, you're here, but I want to fight you two specifically just because we've had talks about, and you've done your videos about it. So I go with Sonic 06.
All right.
I go with Sonic 06.
All right.
Alright, so he's
I go with Sonic 06.
Alright, he's already started.
You just like eating your own shit.
Let's go.
How long do I get? What are my time signals?
What's the timer? What's the timer?
It's 5 minutes.
What are my time signals? I can time signals. Alright, let me think how to start this. I gotta think of a good tension getter.
Yeah, guys have to explain your reasons why, and then you guys have to fight for 5 minutes.
Can we all insane
Hey,
poetry version?
You're gonna see my bullshitting skills here. Alright, bull hacking.
Bull hacking.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, we're going
You
to
go
reasons.
first.
Yeah. Reasons why.
Reasons why I think it's the best game. Alright. In the 26 years that Sonic the Hedgehog has been a video game icon, only one game in the entire series has been able to capture the imagination of both young and older players. And we can clearly see that that game is Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles for a plethora of reasons.
Ooh.
Number one, the music was conducted by the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson. Now, for years, many people thought that this was just a rumor, but after Michael Jackson died, both his press manager and his estate confirmed that he did indeed have a hand in conducting the music within Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Second, we could see video game innovation getting put forward through the introduction of Sonic 3 into the series, through the addition of the Sonic and Knuckles cart. See, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was a huge game, much bigger than Sonic the Hedgehog 2, because the Japanese team wanted to overcome the American team and make a better game than Sonic 2.
Amen.
Ooh!
And so, what you saw is they split the game into 2 separate parts. It was so huge that it had to be put onto 2 cartridges.
How huge was it?
How huge was it? Well, 14 levels, that's what I can tell you, with a boss in every single level. Sonic 3 was one of the first games to take focus away from the speed aspect and focus more on platforming and adventure. Not only that, but it was the first time where multiple characters could be played as with their unique abilities. You could not fly as Tails in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You can only fly and glide as Knuckles within Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Sonic 3 has just never been able to be overcome by any game in the series. And for that reason, I think we can see that Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles is at the zenith of the series.
Dang! Applause. Oh, Chris freaking forfeits. We got a forfeit.
Okay, alright, fine. Okay, so for the people who just walked in that, I guess Chris forfeits. So then, okay, the best Sonic game that I picked because I wanted to challenge was Sonic 06.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so
Catchphrase, this is difficult.
it is gonna be difficult, but it's gonna be fun. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, so going off from what Billiam said about Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic 06 actually multiplies what he says to a 10.
Really?
Okay, you mentioned how it not just takes goes into speed, it goes into platforming. There's so much platforming in Sonic 06 where there are multiple levels that you not only do you go fast as Sonic, but you also have to platform as him. Like sometimes you have to platform and grab onto a whale. Sometimes you have to use your jumping abilities to go from one area to another. Solve puzzles as Silver, so you can float around. Shadow, you have to, and all the other characters. That's another thing. Sonic 06, you only play 3 characters in Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sonic 06, you get to play as all your favorite characters, minus the Chaotix. But you get to play as all your favorite characters, including interesting new ones, like Silver and Blaze, although I'm still confused of where in the timeline Blaze actually shows up. But no, you, not only that, Sonic 06 has an interesting story where, because I don't know about you guys, but personally, my personal preference in a Sonic game is the story. Sonic 06 has a heck of a story that is fun to follow. If you take away the whole creepiness of the Sonic and Elise thing, you see a strong friendship. If you see Shadow's story, you see an interesting story of someone who is working with the people who ruined his life. That's an interesting aspect to look at. With Silver's story, you get to see a young, naive character who's trying to be a hero and trying to do what he thinks is right, and he learns that through friendship he can make things right, but he has to learn the value of sacrifice. So Sonic 06 has interesting gameplay, fun story, and lovable characters. Good, that's my reason for it.
What's your argument towards that?
My argument against
Wait,
that.
wait, are you guys gonna start the timer?
Alright, okay, so start the timer,
Wait,
arguments.
how long do I have?
5 minutes on the clock, you
Or
guys are
since
gonna
it's
mash it up.
Should we shorten it from 5 to like 3 or 4?
What's the point of doing that?
Because we're not arguing 2 points.
3 minutes and 16 seconds.
All right, there you go.
That's so specific.
16 seconds.
Okay.
Go.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Just
Let's take my jacket off.
Oh my god.
Oh, absolutely. I would like to thank the audience for attending this faux Lincoln Douglas debate. What I would like to say is that I still, despite hearing my opponent's argument for Sonic 06 being the best Sonic game in the series, I would have to largely disagree on a number of reasons. You cited the story as being a core reason for your interest in this game, but what I would have to say is that the story is only interesting because you're so confused on a subconscious level while the Sonic characters are going against their established character. What do we know about Sonic the Hedgehog? He's a guy that loves adventure. So why is he suddenly falling in love with somebody?
Well, actually, that's the thing.
We can just look at we can take away the creepy factor of him falling in love with the human and realize it's just something that's very out of character in general. I do believe it would be quite the cheap shot to discuss this story of bestiality, but I'm not going to do that against my opponent. Instead, I will talk about Shadow the Hedgehog, and how he's working with the people who ruined his life. He wouldn't do that. They only did that to make it more interesting within the story itself. Sonic 06 has been cited to be one of the worst games of the series, not only for its glitches and convoluted story, but for the fact that its structure is just a total mess. I would argue that if you remastered the game and took out all of the glitches, it would still be a poorly constructed game because there are many individual moments within the core construction of Sonic the Hedgehog 06 that makes it fundamentally flawed. Number 1, the Mach speed sections. Number 2, the billiards level with Silver the Hedgehog. And number 3, the level where Sonic's walking on that little metal ball and you can't touch the lasers. Those are infinitely frustrating, not because it's well designed and challenged, but because the game itself doesn't know how to properly challenge the player. So I believe that my ability to tackle both your analysis of the story and gameplay is very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very good. And for these reasons, I would strongly urge you to vote with the opposition.
Alright.
No, wow.
He used the word plethora,
I
yes.
did 2 years of collegiate speech and debate.
That was good. No, that was good. That was good. Okay, so.
Cornucopia of an argument.
Oh wow. Alright, no, I hear your arguments, and they're good arguments, but here's the thing. for that one part you mentioned about the ball they had to balance on, it's like, okay, what that itself could be debated where it's like, okay, yeah, like honestly, you just gotta be patient. It's not hard to get passed by. All you have to be patient, time it correctly, go past it. With the billiards thing, that one is annoying, but it's like there's so many other games that has that particular thing that particular gameplay style. That's not the first time we had to play a billiards style level that you can't let something drop. Super Monkey Ball being one of the best examples. And then but who is Sonic? You said, okay. Oh wait, did we run out of time?
Yeah, that's why I said keep it 5 minutes. Like you can't argue in 3 minutes.
2 more minutes.
All right, keep going. I actually do want to say. All right, who is Sonic? Okay, no. One of the many reasons why I love Sonic specifically in Sonic 06 is because it's such an interesting. He has multiple characteristics to him, whereas he's not just a happy-go-lucky, like I'm too cool for you kind of person. No, he shows emotion. What are the point? And again, taking away the whole aspect of it, technically Sonic doesn't fall in love with her. It's never mentioned. Every romantic encounter is a lease on Sonic, not vice versa.
Point of contention.
And then
Interruptions allowed, Media Nut.
interruptions are allowed.
Ooh, okay.
Interruptions are allowed.
So I would argue that not only is Sonic not Sonic in this game, but he's kind of an asshole or jerkwad. When Elise has clearly just been kidnapped by somebody, something that is definitely a traumatic
And he
experience.
chases
And
after
what
her.
does he say to her?
I'll come get you.
No, he says, "Hey, smile," as if she just go through this horrible, traumatic experience.
Whoa, no, sir. No, I remember that. I remember by heart. And no, it's after he saves her that he's like smile because he wants to make sure she feels better.
But symptoms of PTSD don't kick in until after the event. He just told a trauma victim to smile.
She loses. It's because of Sonic that she learns how to live life. That it's like, yeah, you should be positive about
Elise
life.
don't need no man.
It's not even a
At least no need no hedgehog.
Okay, bye. I didn't want to use this in this argument, but I'm going for the personal route, okay?
Oh.
I'm here to tell you guys a story. A story of a young boy in middle school who in 2006, a young boy in middle school who learned about the PS3, and he grew up with Pokemon and Sonic specifically. And he learned about Sonic the Hedgehog coming out in 2006, and he waited for years for it. And he waited for years for it. No, I'm not kidding. He asked his parents, "Hey, I want this game." They're like, "Sorry, son, we don't have the money for that. We promise one day we'll get it."
20 seconds.
So we just needed to be patient. So he waits 5 years for that game. He gets it. And miraculously enough, after this panel, I'll talk to you about it because it's true. No, it's true what I'm saying. I was blessed enough to have the only copy of Sonic 06 that has no glitches whatsoever. I will show you. I can show you. Come to my house one day. I'll show you the copy.
I call BS.
And you won't leave from his basement.
Okay, no. He's actually
Okay, look.
Dang, no.
Those are good arguments.
Mine was not.
They were strong. Mostly his. My opinion of Sonic is that the classics are the best because that's the way Sonic works the best. You don't need a story in Sonic to be good. You don't need these convoluted characters. Look at Mario. What story does he have? He's got the same exact structure from day one.
And use some new magic.
And it works.
I pick Sonic and Knuckles because I personally feel like that's the way a Sonic game should be. Exploration, just play your characters, run around.
Done.
And the argument was that.
Wow. Round of applause for that. That was so funny. No one's gonna clap. Okay.
That's the story, that's his character arc. You know Mario actually started as a carpenter?
Yeah.
It's a name, man. He was a plumber, but he started off as a carpenter.
Yeah, I know that.
I could have sworn his first name was Mario.
Yeah.
So wait,
First name was Mario.
Oh, yeah.
Then what do you have?
Wait, can we do a crowd?
Oh, and
Can we do a
Sonic-
crowd?
Sonic tried to do an
Who do you
argument.
think is the winner?
Are we judging based on what we think about the games or the argument?
The arguments.
Just the arguments. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, no. I knew I was gonna lose.
Sonic
I
Woo,
honestly
Billiam!
You see, the one thing you failed to mention mentioned, that's in the defense of Sonic 06, is the glitches are consistent, which makes speed running so
Easy. Also, one thing that I failed to do so was, okay, I think we can all agree for Sonic 06 at least, if one of us has played it, at least the soundtrack is really good. His World, in my opinion, is the best Sonic song. In my opinion.
During the arguments, he was nothing but on the offensive.
Yeah, he was nothing on the offensive. I tried to defend it, but I know he got me. He got me. Like, I guess we all agree with that.
Yeah, we all agree.
The casino run will always be the best.
Oh yeah.
Clap! Woo!
Let's go.
Alright, no, Billiam, take a prize.
I swear to God, I'll wear it.
That's fair enough.
Fair enough.